Good evening.
How is everyone doing this evening? Thanks for tuning in to the Hike 365 live show. And this is Happy Trails Hiking. And on this channel, we'll talk about hiking, of course. We also talk about health-related activities. And in particular on this show, we're going to talk about our ongoing challenge, which is to hike 365 miles in the calendar year of 2019.
Awesome. Tonight we have a fantastic show for you. And I would like to tell you that tonight's show is brought to you by our Shopify store. And this fantastic item is in our Shopify store, and it is a cup. And Matt, will you tell us about what the picture is on this cup?
Sure. So it might be very familiar to a lot of folks. I know we've got a lot of folks in the audience who have been to Grand Teton National Park, and you probably recognize this as being the Tetons. We took this picture at Jackson Lake, probably, when was it, 2006?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
One of our early trips to the area. We were driving north out of Jackson Hole in the morning, and we pulled into this lake, and it was just like, okay, we have to take a picture now because that's amazing. It's got such a beautiful reflection on that super calm lake, and I don't know, that was just like one of those being in the right time or the right place.
Awesome. Yeah, it was one of those really cool moments, and I'm so glad that we decided to stop and take the picture. So welcome. And well, we've got a really exciting show because we have Don and Jerry from Dragon Roams and SkinnyG Panda.
That's right.
On the show tonight with us. And well, Don brews. Like, he's akin to beer.
All right.
And so let's find out what they're drinking. Hey guys, how are you? Welcome. We're happy to have you.
Hey. We're doing good. Thanks for having us.
Cool. And drinking anything special tonight?
I'm drinking Black Hog Brewing Company.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
Okay. Tell us about that.
They are in Connecticut. So when I planned my trip to Maine, we ended up stopping and was able to check out, I think, this is on your Instagram?
So we were going to go to a Treehouse Brewing Company, but they're insane on the weekends. So this came up as another close by brewery, which this place is fantastic and no crazy wait or anything.
But this style is a granola brown ale.
Yum. I love brown ales.
Yeah, that's a favorite around here.
And Don, what are you drinking tonight?
All right, it's called Wandering in the Fog. It's from Abomination Brewing Company.
Oh, wow.
I've had their beer before, but I've never had this one, and this is really nice. It's a double IPA. And
sounds like Matt's kind. Yeah, Matt really likes it.
Poured it into my insulated mug, so unfortunately you guys can't actually see how nice this beer looks.
That's okay. And Matt, what are you drinking tonight?
Well, I just opened up the Founder's Breakfast Stout.
Oh, that's a good one.
Which
it is a good one.
It says a double chocolate coffee oatmeal stout. All very good things.
And I'm going with Manhattan tonight. I was running around crazy and I didn't feel like drinking a stout tonight. I've had a lot of food. So, all right. Well, hey guys, I think I'm going to check in with the chat if that's okay with you. Because we got a ton of people here. So
yeah, go say hi.
Yeah. All right. So back up to the top, guys. Inspired John and was here, and he was here like an hour early because of the time zone error. Burnwood Bushcraft is here. Budget Bushcraft is here. Airstream is a dream. Matt Cook, Oregon. Beer Belly Travelers, Life on the Trail. Panic D, Paranormal History. Lori Bryant, Food Forest Permaculture is here. Chris Aconi, Marty's Crew, Our Family Adventures. Dragon Roams, of course, is here. The Broken Star, who is in the chat right now, is SkinnyG Panda. She is actually having trouble with her chatting abilities on YouTube. So we're happy that she's here in the chat, but I put her link in the description, and you can follow that link and subscribe to her channel, please. And then Outdoor Nomad is here. Elf Lord's Journey. Riverette Skippy, hello. And ATJH Travels. Man, we got a ton of people here. if I missed you, make sure Florida's Journey, I already said that. Chilling with Millen is here. Awesome. And high five for all of you being here tonight. I am happy to have you here. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on, and it's just been a good week. Let's see. I'm supposed to now give short intros to Skinny G's channel and Dragon Rome's channel. So let's do that to the best of my ability. So our guests tonight are SkinnyG Panda and Dragon Rome's. And Dragon's channel looks like that. And obviously I haven't watched all of everything on his channel, but yeah, he does gear reviews as well as lots of hikes and traveling, and they do campouts and has some hammock setup stuff and things like that. So that is really cool. And if you're into that, you should definitely be subscribed over there. And Skinny G, obviously I haven't watched everything, but I'm really excited about the Starved Rock State Park because Matt and I have been there, and I love watching things from Starved Rock State Park. But our Ricketts Glen State Park, part 1 and 2, beautiful waterfalls, folks, beautiful waterfalls. And Skinny G talks a lot about getting out into the outdoors and going camping and hiking and overcoming a lot of her boundaries and disabilities and things that she has problems with. So it's really cool to have them both with us tonight. Hello, Nerding for Nature and Florida Pirate and the Jamin Show. It's awesome to have you. Okay. So we have stats.
Okay, so we did Dragon Rooms. Did we do both?
I did them both. I'm on it.
I fell asleep for a second. Sorry.
It happens. It happens. I start talking and he starts ignoring me, so it's all good. So I did my short intros. Skinny G and Dragon, would you like to say anything quickly about your just short intros that I might have missed about your channels?
I don't know. I think you pretty much covered it. I'm really bad about talking about my channel and all that. I just.
Oh, that's all right. I think
that's one of the reasons why I haven't done an intro either.
Oh, no intro. Well, our intro's 2 years old, if that makes you feel any better. So, yeah. Skinny G, did I cover you pretty good, Jerry?
Yeah, you did pretty good. I mean, if anyone's looking for getting out into hiking and has any limitations, all the trails that I hike, I rate based off of limitations of what I feel that they might be easy or moderate or difficult. And if they're difficult, I'll talk to like why I think they're difficult. So if you're interested in ever hiking some trails, check out the ones that I've done, and you guys can see if I recommend it for someone who has limitations or not.
Awesome. Yeah, I think that's fantastic. I love that. And Panic D, thank you for dropping their links for us. I appreciate that. And if, hello, kitty.
They have attack cats too.
He's misbehaving, so.
Oh.
They are now superstar cats.
There you go. They're famous. So if anybody in the chat has anything that you need me to see or need us to see, questions for Skinny G or Dragon or for Matt and I about the challenge, please make sure that you type at Happy Trails Hiking. And I will see them in the chat. So we're supposed to now talk about the actual this week in the challenge. So yes. Matt, will you please talk about our blog and what's going on with it?
Sure. So those of you who have been following us for a while, or even just recently, you may be aware that we have multiple handles that we use in the online world. What we're trying to do is kind of prune things down and utilize only Happy Trails Hiking. For a while, we had both the YouTube channel and a webpage called Healthy Trails 199. Now, we've still got the YouTube channel, which I'm actually using to view this on a separate computer. But the Healthy Trails 199 URL I squished yesterday. So that is gone now. I was doing some blogging on Healthy Trails 199, but that is totally dead. So in terms of our website, it's going to be happytrailshiking.com from now on. And the reason for that has to do with basically sanity and secondarily economics. But the HTH site, happytrailshiking.com, is the one that we're going to focus on and things pertaining to the site will be out there from this point moving forward.
So we have a blog up there. I'm not a very good blogger, but it's going to have our stats just like this. So you can see those for this week. And what Matt's done was done week 1, your mileage, week 2, your mileage, week 3, your mileage, week 4, your mileage, your grand total, and then the goal by this point, and then your percentage complete. So Nerding for Nature is here. I saw her in the chat earlier, and Carly Fairbrother is here. So what Matt has done is he takes and he compares the email addresses for them. So whatever email address you turned in your miles on, that's what he will put into the spreadsheet. So we've gotten so many miles, but our goal is 728 miles for the group that's turned in mileage so far. And our actual mileage is 408 miles, which is fantastic. I'm really, really excited. I mean, 408 miles, that's clear across the state of Missouri. I'm really excited about that one. So if you aren't seeing your miles correctly, please make sure you send me an email at happytrailshiking.com, and we will try our best to get them fixed. It's all manual entry. So, you know, there is room for error there. So, and I will try to make the link for week 4 for the reporting form so that it can go out tomorrow morning, first thing before I do the health challenge live stream. But so we've got that, and then on the website as well, I'm going to put the pictures that you all sent in. And so these are pictures from Cliff Reiser from his hike. And then this one's from Marty's crew, and that's an eagle. And then this is our picture from Echo Bluff State Park, and another one from our hike on Echo Bluff State Park. And they're just going to go on a loop there. So that's all we're putting up on the site for now, just to try to make it as easy on us as possible and as easy for you to see the pictures from hikes and things and everything else. So what am I missing? Oh my goodness. Oh, waterfalls. Airstream is a Dream loves waterfalls. So do we. I thought that was neat. And then yeah, great job, everybody. So excited. Oops, 2 different emails is what Nerding for Nature said. That's okay, Carly. We love you anyway. And then, yes, I love the Smokies, and you're due to make a trip back soon, Dragon. That's exciting. So I guess we can get into our questions for them. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
We're ready to grill them.
Well, now, did you show the map?
Oh, I didn't show the map. I'm a big dork. I have the map, don't I?
False alarm.
False
Stand by
alarm.
for questions.
We're still ready. That's good. All right, so our map for this week. It's here somewhere. There it is at the bottom. So this is our map for this week. And we have green dots this time. And so you can see we've been to Michigan and Oregon and Idaho and Oklahoma. Got some Kansas ones and a few Missouri ones. And yes, and then lots right down here and lots down in Florida. So this is North Georgia, to be honest. And it's been really fun to watch all this. So this is week 4. And then when you add in week 3, all the red ones come up. And then week 2. And then week 1. So yeah, we've been covering a lot of territory, guys.
We have covered some ground.
This is really cool. I love looking at this map every week. And I will put out 2 maps, one with the full month full, and then one of just this week's on Instagram, so you guys can see those this week. So anyway, so there's that. Now questions, Matt?
Yeah, I think we
can
should go
ask.
to
Okay,
questions now.
questions.
All right. So, Jerry and Don, can you start off a little bit about just telling us why you joined Hike 365 Challenge?
You want to go first?
Yeah, I'll go first. So I started the challenge because, well, last year I hiked all over. And once you guys started stating that you were going to do like a hiking challenge, I was like, I wonder how many miles I did hike. So it'd be interesting just to see in my normal routine of hiking, how many miles I actually do in the matter of a year span. So that's primarily what I joined for, is to see what my total mileage will be come December of 2019.
Okay.
Cool. Awesome.
And for me, I like that you guys are doing the 30-day challenge, but that was rough for me to do with my work because my work tends to be either mellow or extremely physical. And when it's extremely physical, it wipes me out usually for like the whole week.
Oh, wow.
So it made it really hard for me to like keep up with that when I was trying to participate in that. And kind of the same thing. I hike a lot and I never really keep track. I just like I log everything through an app, but I never really pay attention to how much my totals are. So figured it'd be a fun way to do that and participate with everybody and help support this for you guys.
Oh, well, thank you for the support. That's awesome. It's really nice.
So now I'm kind of curious. Do you find that now we've only been in this for like a month, but do you find that you're hiking more simply because you're measuring it, or do you feel like you're doing sort of what you normally would do?
So I'm trying to do what I normally do. I mean, I'm always trying to like hike more and just just be out in the woods more in general. So I mean that's like natural for me. But as far as this goes, I'm like I've only done 2 like actual what I consider official hikes so far, and I'm going hiking tomorrow. And so for me, it's about average right now. I haven't really stepped it up.
Yeah, I haven't either. Work's been pretty crazy for me, but in the next couple of weeks, it's definitely going to be stepped up. There's some major hiking plans we have in the making.
No, we're going to get to those in a few minutes.
Okay.
Oh, the one thing that sorry to interrupt. The one thing
No, go ahead.
one thing this did step up for me though is I've been trying to do all new trails so far.
So just like you've never ever been to before?
Yeah, both trails I've done. The one trail I did a little part of it because I used it to join to another trail. But both the hikes I've done, either completely or about 90% of it has been all new trail for me.
I'm laughing at budget.
Oh, I didn't even see what he said.
I'm actually starting, so I get lost a lot. So I am trying to hike state parks. So I'm starting close to home and moving my way out throughout Pennsylvania of doing all my new trails on state parks.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Okay, so I really am happy to hear that you guys are trying to go new places. So we've gone to new places for 2019, but we actually haven't gone to any place that's brand new yet. So we're gonna have to do that soon. You guys are ahead of us on that for sure.
Yeah.
So then are you targeting 365 miles or is it more about just see what we really do?
Or do you have a goal for this?
I want to see what I really do. I mean, I have no doubt that I'll easily do the complete 365, but.
Oh, we were doubting ourselves whether we were going to do it.
Well, we have, since Budget mentioned it, in April, we're going to be going to Kentucky and backpacking Red River Gorge. We have like a few things that'll be a little bit longer miles, so that'll definitely, whenever we do our backpacking trips, that's always going to be extra.
Yeah, you can leapfrog ahead really fast on a dedicated trip like that. That sounds fantastic. So, well, do you have any favorite hikes so far? I mean, granted, we're still pretty early into the year, but is there anything spectacular you think the hiking community needs to be aware of right now?
For anyone that's never been to the Catskills, you definitely need to go to the Catskills. And something I think is a bigger ticket, which I'm sure you guys will agree with this, like Yellowstone or Glacier, and 2 of my favorite places to go, along with Mount Hood. Like that's just a portion of each area of the country. But yeah, if you want to go out west or if you want to go like a little bit more central, those are all places that are awesome.
So Catskills in the east, Yellowstone in Where is that? Montana?
No,
No,
Yellowstone in Wyoming.
Wyoming. Right. Well, no, there's a little bit in Montana.
That's true.
But most of it's in Wyoming. Okay. And then you're saying further west, Mount Hood. Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah, well, we want to get out to Mount Hood so bad. We've not been out to Oregon ever. Well, yeah, no, we haven't been out to Oregon, really. We went out to Crater Lake.
Yeah, we were in Portland, but being in a city is not the same as being on a hiking
We were in
trail.
Crater Lake.
Yeah.
So for like 2 days, a day and a half, we went up, we did Crater Lake, and we came right back down into California. So
Yeah.
I do want to say hi to Yankee, even though Yankee can't chat. He has the same problem that Skinny G does. So Yankee can't chat, but hello, Yankee. We're happy that you're here. I have a lot of people telling me he's here in the chat. So
Okay.
here and watching.
Here
And
is
then
incognito.
Yeah.
All right. So,
haven't-
Oh,
I'm sorry. I haven't done it for 2019 yet, but the Ricketts Glen State Park that I went to and uploaded the video, I'll be hitting that again this year, but that's my ultimate favorite. I hit it up every year because of the difficulty level it is.
yeah, that's
Okay.
cool.
So is it? Are you saying it's kind of like just the right challenge level? It's not super easy, but it's a challenge you enjoy. Is that what you're saying?
It is a challenge I enjoy, but it's really good for conditioning for any type of trail within our country.
Gotcha. Yeah,
Okay.
her 2 videos really explain it really well.
Okay. Well,
she
I'll
does
have
it
to
every
watch them.
year.
I'm
so.
kind of, when it comes to watching videos, I'm really sort of a slacker.
He's
So
bad, but we
yeah,
love him anyway.
I'm not too good at that.
That's okay.
Don't feel bad. I do the same thing. I go through waves where I'll binge watch a bunch and then I kind of don't watch anything for about a
Yeah,
week.
that's kind of where he's at.
So if there's something I really should see, let her know, and she'll make me watch it.
Right. I'll get that. Life on the Trail says the Timberline Trail around Mount Hood is incredible. So have to remember that.
We did
Right.
part of that, didn't we?
Yeah, we did part of the Timberline Trail.
Cool. Excellent. Skinny G and Dawn, say hi to Yankee now.
Hi, Yankee.
That's what Bud Bushcraft said. Oh, everybody is messing with the community's messing with us tonight. Is what's happening. But anyway, so favorite hikes, we've done that. Have you always been hikers? That's our next question. Have you always been hikers?
I have been since I was a teenager.
Oh yeah, what got you into hiking?
My stepdad actually started dating him. He was a big outdoors guy. He was a Cub Scout leader and just all kinds of stuff. Actually, most of my outdoor hobbies are mostly because of him.
That's cool.
But yeah, just ever since.
And then for me, my family's not really hikers. We've been campers. So ever since I've been with them, we've just gone out camping. And then after I had my accident where I broke my ankle, they told me that I wouldn't be able to do so many things like walking and running and stuff. So I challenged them, and yes, I can. So went from like walking a lot to running and hiking.
That's awesome.
All right, way to go. Absolutely.
Yeah, I love it.
I know.
I love it. Burnwood was telling us that he and Dragon stayed up until 4 a.m. burning wood because they met up a couple months back and they just made fire and just burned it.
That's what one should do with fire and wood.
Exactly.
And when someone's name is Burnwood, you just have to.
That absolutely sounds correct.
Exactly.
Anyone that doesn't know Burnwood, he was a trooper that trip. He was up early all day. We got to camp right as it was getting dark, and then we stayed till 4 a.m. The guy's up for 20 some hours before he went to bed.
Of course he was.
So what kind of camping do you guys do? Do you do a tent camping, or do you like an RVing, or sort of a more dedicated backpacking type of camping?
What's that?
You do yours first, and then I'll do mine.
Okay. Not opposed to RV camping, but I think that's sort of cheating, just my personal preference. Although I wouldn't mind having an RV for certain situations, but I prefer my hammock. My hammock, I'm 6'4", and I have some minor back issues and stuff. And for me, a hammock is the best night's sleep. I have it set up right now in our bedroom because when I sleep bad in the bed, I just go to the hammock. But
hammock. All right, nice.
But But yeah, tent or hammock. Backpacking, we actually stay at KOAs. You know, whatever. We don't really care as long as we're out there. It's more of my outlook on it.
And then I enjoy hammock camping, but I only feel comfortable near our home, like probably like within an hour range of our place, because I'm so fearful of the dark and getting mauled by a bear. I know I laugh about it, but it's not really a funny matter.
I'm sorry.
So that kind of reminds me of a story. I'm going to go off script here for just a second.
Oh gosh.
So,
Go for it.
This is from the Rockies road trip that Kay and I did last summer. Where was it that we saw the moose? Which campground was that?
It was Timber Creek.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it was our second night out in the Rockies. So the first night we were on the east side of the Rockies. The second night we were on the west side of the Rockies at Timber Creek Campground. And, you know, when you're in parks or just anywhere, the rule of thumb is if it's a big animal, you want to be at least 25 yards away. I mean, that's just, it's common sense. Now, clearly not everyone understands common sense, but, you know, we here do. So we set up our camp. It's great, you know, and we're getting ready to kind of shut things down for the evening. And there are elk kind of in the vicinity. And we realize
right next to our head.
Yeah, there's an elk kind of close to the tent. But, you know, he sees us, or it's a she. She sees us. We see her. It's like, okay, there's some mutual respect. And we get into our tent. So we're good. Go to sleep. You know, I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I got to pee. This always happens when I tent camping. It's really my biggest gripe with tent camping. I love everything else. But it's 2 a.m. I'm like, okay, I gotta get up. I gotta walk over to the latrine. But I hear something walking outside.
Not just walking.
And it's walking outside of our tent, and I'm like, there's a monster out there. It's a bear. It's probably that same, you know, cow elk that we saw, you know, 4 hours ago, and just wandering around because there was something in a neighboring campsite and a campfire that she found. But it scared me so bad, I didn't even get up. I laid there for the rest of the night in a kind of a mixed up state of like, what's going on? You know, am I going to get mauled by an elk? So I understand if you say you're a little concerned about a bear, you know what? I'm reading you loud and clear on that. I got you. I was scared of an elk.
Well,
don't tell her that she'll never go out and camping again.
Well, it didn't.
No. So when we camp in other states, I tent camp. And when we were in Montana, we were tent camping, and we were at Glacier National Park. And it was our last night there, but same thing. We were in the tent. It was finally my first night being able to sleep comfortably in the tent in Glacier. So I'm dead asleep. I wake up and I was like, I have to go to the bathroom. So, you know, the car's parked near the tent and I'm hitting the button repeatedly to turn the light on so I could get to the car to go down to the bathrooms that they had. So I drive down to the bathrooms, and from where you park the car to the bathroom is probably like a good 10 feet. I get out of the car, I'm walking on the path to go to the bathroom, and there's a bear there.
No!
A bear.
Peed my pants up into the car. I'm like, not going there. I drive back to the tent. I open it up and I was like, I just want to let you know if I don't have pants on in the morning, it's because I peed them.
I love you, Jerry.
Well, you know.
So I did encounter a bear, and he's like, well, at least you did the right thing, and you backed up slowly and went into the car. But needless to say, we did not stay for another night in Glacier National Park.
Yeah, there's a little bit more to that. So where she encountered the bear, the walkway to the bathroom was right between two other campsites. And she was freaking out, and I told her she did the right thing, because if she would have handled that differently, either her, other people, or the bear, or a bunch of people could have got hurt, you know?
Oh, yeah.
So she handled that the best way she possibly could have.
Yeah,
So,
you're
Back
awesome.
away from the bear, get in the car, leave.
Yeah.
Good call. Well done.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
So
incredibly scary.
I would have peed my pants too. Just to
Fire
say.
John would have peed too.
No doubt.
it was pretty
my
bad.
That's insane.
That is insane. Okay. So Outdoor Nomad says hammocks rule. Panic D says we have a double bed and 2 flat screen TVs in our rough camping machine. LOL. Yeah, I get it. And Inspired John says I would have peed too. And Panic G says, yeah, nope. I'll just watch you guys' videos and look at your pictures. LOL. Thanks.
Come on, it's just a bear. Nobody got hurt.
And then Burnwood's giving John crap about stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever. It's good. Good natured. Yeah. Okay. So I think I'm caught up on the chat. If I'm missing something in the chat, just let me know.
We had a script. I'm not sure what happened.
How did you get into hiking? I did that one already. Oh, what upcoming things do you have on your channels?
Yeah, there we go.
There. I'm back on track.
Well, in 2 weeks, I'm going to Minnesota to visit my parents, so I might be able to get some hiking out in snow up there. And then in July, we're going to be in Minnesota together for a full week. And I'm hoping, if all goes well and I'm conditioned for it, I might be doing the Presidential Traverse Trail this year.
Oh, wow.
I'm not familiar with that trail. What can you tell us about it?
It's, I want to say either 30 miles. It's in what state? New Hampshire?
New Hampshire. It's part of the Whites.
Yeah, it's in New Hampshire. I know Mount Washington is part of it.
It's the president. Oh, yeah, it's the president.
Yeah, they're all named after presidents. Yeah.
So like Mount
and
Adams
Washington, and yeah, they've got several mountains that are all named after presidents, and you hit them all.
Okay.
Trip.
So kind of a short, a few day backpacking trip then.
I'm hoping so. They usually state that what it takes to hike a mile here is like a quarter mile there.
Okay.
Because of how inclines are, like right off the bat, you're like inclining probably 5,000 to 6,000 feet of elevation gain in like a short span of like less than a mile.
That is very
pretty
awesome.
Serious.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. So going to condition for that and hopefully try to fit that in our schedule.
And aside from the physical terrain, anyone that's not familiar with the Whites, a lot of wicked weather up there, so that makes it hard to hike up there. Even in the summertime, you can get really bad weather that's going to stop you from progressing. So make a hike even longer just because of that.
That's what I have. What do you have planned?
So so I'm turning 40 this year, and
Woo-hoo!
I always do little things to sort of defy age.
I would not have guessed you were that age.
It's like the kid inside. So I've skateboarded and stuff like that on my birthday, and this year I want to do a multiple day backpacking trip. We have a short distance trail in Pennsylvania. It's just a one-way. It goes through like the central part of our state. It's called the Loyalsock Trail. It's roughly 60 miles, and I want to do that. It's sort of like a personal, like I don't want to do it for a while. I just haven't been able to do it. So hopefully this will be the year.
Cool. Well,
and aside from that, there'll be a lot of like just normal trips and whatever little traveling that we get done.
Cool. Well,
and we have Red River Gorge coming up again.
Gotcha. We are hoping that you will be able to make it for our meetup in June. I just heard the first inklings of the hiking race that we've been talking to you about. They've changed the name of it for this year, so I'm still waiting to hear what that exactly is. But yeah, we're hoping that you can make it over, but we know it's a long ways. I mean, getting us to Pennsylvania to see you guys would be, well,
that's
it's hard. It's just
that's
hard.
actually, but that's something else. Both of us, we're working on something with AOK. They might be coming to Pennsylvania this year. Is a little like sneak peek of that.
Yeah,
okay.
They're actually in St. Louis tonight, but we couldn't. Well, with this going on and all the other weekend stuff we had, yeah, Tack and Brenda are in St. Louis. So if they're online anywhere, hello, Tack and Brenda. But yeah, we can just wave that direction and say hi. But yeah, we just couldn't work it out to meet up with them this time.
Yeah, if we can get them out our way, they've never been to Pennsylvania, and we have made friends with a lot of really awesome people in our general area and some that are a little bit further away. So we might have a nice little get together if they come in.
Cool. That'd be great. Be awesome. We have some, yeah. Let's see. Megan Fox came in. Chris Acone said that he's planning. Oh, you're talking to Chris Acone. Never mind. Oh, that's funny. So Chris says that he and his wife are planning to do that presidential trail as well in September with his wife. All right. And Megan Fox, welcome to the stream. We're happy that you're here. So
well, we've kind of covered sort of our scripted questions that we had for you guys.
Except for that one.
Well, but they've already answered that.
Yeah, kind
of. But Kay was telling me, Don, that you are big into beer. Do you brew by any chance?
Yeah, I've been brewing for a few years now. Man, I don't know, like maybe 5 years now, something like that.
I help.
Yeah, she likes.
too. I understand. Well, not Don. I help.
Well, it's there's a lot of work. I mean, it's mostly cleaning, but still, you got to have help.
It's a lot of cleaning.
Do you have any brewing activities going on, either just recently or coming up that you want to talk about?
Well, I just recently. Well, this year I haven't brewed a whole lot yet. I brewed my first single hop IPA, and I brewed a wheat beer for her 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And
Apple.
it was a cranberry apple wheat beer.
Oh.
It was surprisingly good, but that's what she wanted. So,
so how do you get?
I brewed the regular version of that this year. I brewed just the wheat with nothing in it.
How did you get the fruit in the beer? Because I mean, you don't want to put it in the boil.
Is it
No. So anyone that knows anything about brewing, I brew from all grains. So I brew just the same way as big brewers do, just in a much smaller scale. So with that, I try not to use anything fake, like extract and stuff. I mean, some things you have to, but for that, I'd rather use real fruit, which I did. So what I did is I froze my fruit, and then I chopped it up, and then I put it into a sack that went into my fermentation. So it was racked in the fermenter on the cranberry and the apple mixture.
Neat.
Okay. So did you put it in sort of like after the primary fermentation, like the first week was kind of done, or how did you deal with sanitation of the fruit?
So that's why I froze it. There's people that the two main ways that seem to be the most popular is you either freeze it and throw it in like that, and by the time the beer starts doing its thing and it starts thawing, like there's no worry about contamination.
Okay.
And the other way is to make sort of like a syrup out of it, which that's a lot more work, and I didn't have the confidence to do it that way, not yet. So.
All right, cool. Yeah, I've never done the fruit at all, and in fact, the last time I brewed it was a complete train wreck. So I haven't brewed in a while.
IPAs are my weakness. I have yet to get an IPA that works out well for me.
I've had one. It was really good.
Yeah, I've attempted IPAs maybe 4 times, and only one was even worth talking about.
I did a black IPA, and that's the only one that worked out well. But I was sober when I brewed the beer, but I was a little intoxicated by the time I put it into the fermenter. So I don't know if that's something to do with it or not.
Yeah, one of my rules of home brewing is that you have to drink beer while you're home brewing. So I'm not sure if that has to do, if there's any correlation between that rule and the quality of my home brew or not, but
I think everyone drinks a little bit while they brew. My mistake that time was one of my friends owns a local restaurant, and he's really busy. So he just called me up while I was brewing, and he's like, "Hey, I'm free. Do you want to hang out?" So I'm like, "Yeah." I'm gonna put my beer off. I'm gonna let it start cooling, and I went to go hang out with him because that was before I had like a fancy wort cooler or anything, so I had to do it the slow way.
Oh,
wow.
goodness. Okay.
So when I came back to put everything in the fermenter, everything was still way too hot, and I thought the beer was gonna be ruined, but it actually worked out for me.
Wow. All right. Cool.
Burnwood Bushcraft said he had a good beer today, and it's called Wicked Weed IPA. Where's it from, Burnwood? And then Peter Deli is in, as well as
Yeah, we
Megan
did
Fox.
it.
And Peter Deli says, I love Guinness Stout. So, yes. And he's from Australia. So, and Nerding for Nature says that's because no IPAs turn out well. I told her I agreed with her, but, you know.
Well, IPA is not for everyone.
I call it Pine Sol.
Oh,
Yep.
well, you don't want an excessive amount of pine. Huh? A little bit goes a long way.
I agree.
Well, I usually, when I sniff them, I'm like, ooh, if I think it's going to clean my floors, I usually know that's typically the one that people usually go for. And I was like, which one is it going to clean my floor?
Oh, that's funny. That's funny.
Funny little brewing note there is she doesn't like IPAs, but that's one thing that she's taken ownership of is she does all my hop additions.
Okay.
She doesn't like the hops, but she does the additions.
I feel like hocus pocus when I put them in. I'm like, boil, boil, toil, and dry.
Fire, burn, and cauldron boil.
Whatever. Oh my god.
A little Shakespeare there.
Yeah, something. Anyway,
Oh, it's Shakespeare. Come on.
it was close to Shakespeare.
Double, toil and trouble, fire, burn,
No.
and cauldron bubble.
Yeah.
Lori, if you're still in here, please type the real words. Lori's probably running around her house now trying to type the real words. Oh, and Chris Oconee just called you the hop mistress. I love
That's a
it.
good one. Yeah.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to add all the hops so I can be the hop mistress too.
I need a shirt that says that. Is TSP in the room?
There you go. No,
Chris, we're gonna make sure that one sticks.
Hop mistress. I can go on a t-shirt.
It's your new trail name. That's it.
Yeah.
SkinnyG, the hop mistress. Peter Daly says, as we speak, I've sunk a few today. It's 1:41 p.m. here in Melbourne, Australia. Thank you, Lori. Bubble, toil and trouble, fire, burn, and cauldron bubble. Not double. There's no double anywhere in there. Sorry.
I guess I was thinking about double IPA.
Yeah, probably. Thank you, Lori.
Bubble, toil, and trouble. Okay, so I was close. It was not double bubble. It was supposed to be
double bubble.
Well, it is double bubble because it's bubble twice.
All
Yes.
right.
No. Do not give him any consolation prizes. Nothing. Please no curses or spells, Panic D says. Oh, man.
There's nothing paranormal here. Don't worry.
No, we're all good. We're all good. So yeah. I don't know what else I had to say. I don't remember. Oh, what is your favorite video on your channel? So if somebody was going to go to your channel and search for a video, which one would you want them to find?
Just don't watch them. They're all crappy.
Oh, stop it. Try again.
My favorite video of yours is your Dunfield with all the water crossings.
Oh, yeah.
Well, okay.
It's just like I like the videos where her comedy comes through, and that's one of the good ones.
I have a really good like stand-up comedy type of personality, but I don't portray it in my videos yet.
Okay.
No. What's yours?
Yeah, yours.
I don't know, like I'm not like overly critical about my stuff.
Yeah, and I understand that. It's okay.
Yeah, we get it. Panic.
No,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
One of my favorite videos, even though the quality is complete crap, is one of my like original videos. Before I had the notion to start doing any of the stuff that I currently do, I got to take my Camaro on Watkins Glen a couple of times, and I have one video up there that's one of my favorites because that was just like that was like such a thing. Like I'm not like a huge car guy, but I've always wanted to get my car like on a racetrack, and that was one of the first times I was ever able to do that and like really be like aggressive with it. So,
Okay.
yeah,
So
but I had a lot of fun with it.
now you have to tell me about the Camaro.
That's a
Well, what
total
about it?
guy.
So my Camaro it's a newer one. It's a 2010. I bought it new. It's the only new car I've ever owned, but I've loved Camaros since I was a kid. And I'm not like drag race straight line kind of guy. I'm a driver. I love windy roads. I love where I can have fun with the car. That's why I like Watkins Glen. But yeah, it's just the standard. It's a V6, which a lot of people gave me crap for buying a V6 sports car. But it's over 300 horsepower. The V6 Camaros, that like when they first brought them back, have a perfect 50-50 weight distribution, so they handle amazing in turns.
Okay.
Yeah, that thing, it's a stick, and yeah,
Well, you got the right transmission.
There you go.
it's just the Camaro, you know, but I like it. I really enjoy it.
Well, it's kind of like we used to have a 94 Corvette, and it's just a Corvette, but it was a stick, and I enjoyed driving it until it wouldn't drive. Like it wouldn't start.
Well, and you know, your Camaro was probably faster than that Corvette was. Because
That's the crazy thing too.
A modern V6 over 300 horsepower, that Camaro or the Corvette that we had, it might have been 300 horsepower because it was a 94. It was a pretty old one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Panic D says, that was awesome. LOL. Don't watch them. They're all crappy. Spit his coffee out.
So I got a sort of an interesting Camaro story. We don't have any really awesome cars right now. But a couple.
Mine.
Okay, we have vehicles that we really like right now. But, we were in the Vegas area a couple of years ago, and we flew in, and so we rented a car. And so I put in the rental car company that I wanted a performance vehicle of some description. And so we got there and got to the rental car checkout place, whatever. And I said, okay, what do you got for me? And they had some vehicles there, and they were V6s. And, to your point, a V6 can be really fun. But in this particular case, I had specifically wanted, something with a little bit more power. And I said, okay, these are all wonderful cars, but do you have anything with a V8? And so they said, oh, well, let's check it and see what we can see. And so he came back and he said, well, we've got this Camaro SS, but it's a ragtop. Is that going to be okay? I was like, yeah, I think that's going to be fine.
Because I was like, convertible? Hell yeah.
So we kind of lucked out in that we got, first of all, a Camaro, and secondly, it was a convertible, and it did have the V8, which was also pretty fun. My biggest gripe with it was that it was the automatic. But I loved that Camaro. I thought it was a great car, and I can imagine that like with the V6 and that perfect weight distribution and the standard transmission, it was man, that sounds awesome. So thank you.
Matt will talk about cars for days. We went to the auto show today. It was fun. I enjoyed spending the day with my husband.
So I take it if we go visit them, we gotta take the Camaro.
Yeah, we can do that. So if you ever get your way back out there again, I did this almost 3 years ago. If you ever see a place where you can pay to drive a fancy car, I definitely recommend it. I did laps with a Lamborghini, not like I said, like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Awesome experience, and one day I hope to have that video on my channel. But the company that did it, they are using the GoPro Sessions, which are little like cube cameras.
Sure.
And they put it in sideways, and I've never been able to get the video to spin without destroying the resolution and everything of it.
Oh, that's sad.
So one day I'll figure out how
we'll flip it. There are ways. You can do
well,
this.
what you probably just need to do is just go drive again.
Well, yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I think that's the solution.
So Chandra Pivo is in the room. Hello, Chandra. Thank you for coming. And Hike with Mike showed up too. So thanks for coming. And for those of you who might be new to our show tonight, we are talking with SkinnyG Panda and Dragon Roams, and very excited to have them with us. And they've been talking about their hiking adventures and car adventures and beer adventures. And SkinnyG, what do you want to talk about, Jerry? We need to ignore the boys for a while.
Well, we should probably wrap things up pretty quick though. But let's go ahead and see what.
I mean, I'm an avid baker. So
yeah,
my hobby is baking.
Cooking. So she baked all those cookies for us at Christmas.
I like cookies.
Cookies are good. And so what is your favorite thing to bake?
Right now it's cupcakes. Trying like gourmet cupcake style stuff. So doing pretty good at that. Actually yesterday I made a 3-tier coffee chocolate cake for Don's dad's birthday. So
wow.
It was a chocolate cake with coffee espresso icing, and then it was a chocolate drizzle on the top.
Oh, I'm drooling. Yeah.
So how do you make? So my experience with icing involves purchasing the cans in the store, but I have definitely that I've just told you everything I know about baking. So how does one make a coffee drizzle icing?
Well, all I had to do was take some sugar and heavy cream, instant coffee, and did I use milk? I don't know if I used milk or not, but I put it in a saucepan and waited for it to boil, and then I stirred it constantly till it thickened up, and then I threw it in my KitchenAid on high speed until it came room temperature. And then I slowly, because it was a buttercream frosting, so it needed 2.5 cups of butter. So you can only add 1 tablespoon at a time. So as it's like blending, it probably took like 20 minutes to whip it up into an actual like icing, like a whip icing.
Okay, so you've got the base with the espresso and the sugar, and then you're blending it in the KitchenAid, and you're throwing a little butter just periodically, and 20 minutes later, now you've got it.
Yep.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
So, Nerding for Nature asked about the board games that are behind them, and Dragon answered in the chat. But what's your favorite board game for you guys?
So hard.
I don't know. We have a pretty big mixture. Like we have stuff that's basically like almost like Dungeons and Dragons role playing stuff. That's like little figures. We have classic games like Parcheesi, stuff like that. Card games. We have I don't know. I think it depends on the mood we're in. Panda. Either your Panda game or the Bunny Kingdom.
I have a Bunny Kingdom game.
Bunny Kingdom. Okay, well, our favorite game is called Sequence, and we play it pretty.
Oh, that's a good game.
We like that one. Triumph Screen Printing's here. Triumph, we wanted to tell you, Brandon, that
I need a T-shirt.
Skinny needs a T-shirt made for her called Hot Mistress. That's her new title. It's called. She's now called the Hot Mistress. And let's see. Board games are awesome, Dragon. It's becoming a lost art in our digital age. I agree. People aren't playing board games as much anymore. They just play video games.
Actually, I think we found more people playing board games.
I think there's more of it out there than you realize. Ever since like because collectively we really like board games, so we've really expanded our collection a lot in the last year or so. And there's a lot of stores out there. There's a lot of board games that are always being released, like all kinds of crazy different things. So I mean, there's definitely a calling out there for it.
Yeah, I've noticed more of them in bookstores lately. So
we just met some people who's opening up a bar board game place. So like they're going to have like finger foods and stuff like that, but it's primarily, you know, drinks and board games. And they're going to have a ton of board games, and you basically go in and you pay to play a board game.
Huh.
We have a bar. It's actually Urban Chestnut. We went there. Well, we went there for our 40th birthday party collectively, but they have board games, and that's what you do. You go there and you play board games. And there is one. There is a brewery here in town that has, or a bar that has board games, and just it's games and beer, and that's what it is. Arta Morbid is here. Hello, thank you for coming, Frank. We appreciate you being here. And Armadillo Junction must have popped in. Hello, yeah, you made it. Thank you for coming. So I think right before we leave, I think since we have so many new people in the room, we should go over our stats one more time for the week. And then we'll say goodbye to our guests. But we are hosting SkinnyG Panda and Dragon Roams tonight. So, but one last time, our stats for our Hike 365 challenge. Everyone's doing such a fantastic job. But so far, our leaders are Vicki Marshall has really
200%. Holy cow.
Yeah, she's gotten 18 miles this week, 10 miles last week, 14 miles the week before. She's 56 miles in, and I'm
crushing it.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Outdoor Nomad is right on it. Shannon Reiser is 137%. Cliff Riser's at 137%. Airstream is a dream, 138%. They're all down in the south or southeast. Just saying that we all should move down there. Just so we can go hike and get everything in. Marty's crew, you guys are doing a great job. I know how much snow and stuff we've really gotten in the last couple of weeks. So fantastic. I'm just so excited. You know, Happy Trails Hiking is really not doing terribly well.
Who are those people?
Who are those people? It's 62%. All right, Matt, goal for next week. We got to get better.
We got to do more than 3 miles next week.
We got to do more than 3 miles.
Whose idea was this anyway?
Right. Well, when Matt started this, guys, I don't know if you know, but when Matt started this, he said, let's do 52 miles or 520 miles. So that'd be 10 miles a week. I was like, Matt, we don't hike 10 miles a week. Are you crazy? He said, it sounded good.
Like,
it's like you drank too much beer that day.
Might as well just pull an inspired John and do 420.
Oh, geez. No, everybody's doing great, guys. And, you know, I'm just really excited that and honored that everybody has taken this challenge to heart, and that they're just really, you're coming in, you're hanging in, you're putting in miles, and you're supporting our parks, which I think is amazing. And yeah, man, I'm just flabbergasted by the whole thing.
Well, the challenge has been a lot of fun for us so far, and it's still only January. So we've got to get out, find some new parks, new places to go and hike. So thanks to everyone who's participated, and a special thanks to SkinnyG and Dragon for joining us this evening. It's definitely been a blast to have you on the channel.
Yes, thanks
for having us.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
And guys, make sure that you go over and subscribe to both Dragon Roams and SkinnyG Panda. They've got wonderful channels, and they give such wonderful insights into their lives on their channel. We just love having them as part of our community and as our friends. So thank you everybody for coming tonight. And Kelly Reynolds, I saw you pop in here at the end, and thank you so much for being here. And thank you everyone. Go out and get some miles this week if you can. And it's going to be really cold here, so I hope everybody else has great weather. And I guess we'll see you next time. I don't have anything to cheers with, just my cherries.
I've got a glass of water here.
You got a glass of water? Well,
mine's empty.
Until next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, y'all. Thanks for
coming.